Things are about to go crazy. But don't worry, because for people who have purchased their chart or is about to purchase their birth chart here between Monday all the way to Wednesday, I'll be hosting a free discussion about Rahu and Ketu on this solar eclipse that is going to be happening on October 25th. So I do suggest get your chart now. And if you already gotten it, you will get a notification from us. And I will see you in this October 8th and the 15th. And it's free. I just want to see everyone. And then let's study all together on what is about to come upon us and what can we see and how can we work and make friends basically with Rahu and K2. So I will see you there. And next to this is your reading for the eclipse. Aquarius, are we ready to sizzle? Okay. It's hot here right now. Okay. Because the eclipse is coming. It's getting hot in here. But we're going to say, so take off. Okay. No kidding. So, welcome, Aquarian, to your eclipse prediction. We're going to do your reading. But before we start, this is your orientation. Orientation. Okay. Now, so you know how to follow the read. I'm going to be using sidereal Vedic astrology based from the ascendant. And then you can watch your moon sign. It's fine. But if you're watching from your sun sign, I do suggest maybe we call the doctor, which clinic you were born, so we can get the time and place of birth. So that way we can really get the accuracy, okay, of what's gonna manifest in your life, because it won't manifest well fully if you're just using your sun sign. Okay, so um, we're gonna first look into the house where you are being affected by the eclipse this coming October 25th, depending where you're at. But I'm using the wonderful La La Land, Los Angeles, California. So let's begin here for my Aquarians. Okay. So for the Aquarius, it is gonna be manifesting, transiting in your ninth house. We call it the Dharma Sthana. Fortune, call it Bhagya. It's a fortune house. Um, this is where your spiritual belief also is. This is our holy places. This is also higher education. Okay? Now, ninth house is very significant to anyone because this is where an opportunity, okay, can be given to you. Now, for Aquarians, they also call this house as a badaka, which means obstacle. Oftentimes, which I probably don't, I mean, I don't know your chart, you may even have hard time finishing your education. When I say hard time, you still finish, but there's a lot of obstacle. Your higher education. You may have a strained relationship with your father also. You may have a strained relationship with your brother-in-law. If you're an Aquarius ascendant, your brother-in-law, you will have a like we good, but meh, like that. These are obstacles, these are challenges that you will always have. Okay. And one of which is opportunities. You work hard to get where you're at without looking at other flavors in your chart. Because it is the natural obstacle that you will encounter. Which means Venus for you is an obstacle. When we go to the eclipse now, there are 3 planets that is going to be here: Sun, Moon, Venus, and then there's K2. Having Venus, again, without looking first at the obstacle, okay, as an obstacle for you, then easily we can see because Libra is a natural house for partnership also. I mean, relationship, natural seventh house. Um, then we can see that you may have issues with the person that you're dating or the person that you're married to. So, yes, it's in the ninth, but yes, it will affect also the harmonious connection that you have with people around you. Once I look into the sun, which is on October 25th, it is in Libra and it's going to be in its 7 degrees. Once it goes to a specific degree, which is 10 degrees, it will now go to its debilitation. So you have an obstacle and you have the Lord. Well, for you, I'll just do this for you. The Lord of the seventh goes into debilitation because relationship is such a concern for you this time. Coming in October and then ending of November, there'll be issues between you and your partner, especially if this is your second marriage. If you're third, how do you do that? I'm kidding. It's all about the alimony style for the kids. Okay, kidding. Okay. Now, if you are a business owner, then this can become a challenge for you also. When I say challenge, it doesn't mean it's bad. It's a room for growth. A lot of people is like, I don't want it. I don't want to be challenged. But then the eclipse happens because there are things that we need to let go. I'm not even discussing K2 yet. And if you're not able to let go, you will never grow. Mhm. Relationships that are not functioning, beliefs that you have attached yourself into. Ninth house is belief. There may be a dogmatic way that you've put yourself into, okay, without judging your spiritual belief or your religious belief. There may be something there that you can look into that you probably can let go and then move forward. Because this is a strong faith that you have. You can be dogmatic, depending, of course, where your Jupiter is. But this is a time where the Aquarians will not settle for anything less with regards to relationship, partnership, mhm, because it's being tested, challenge. Okay. Now, the part where you're being led to a new spiritual path, I'm going to go for your K2 here, because K2 here in the ninth, which is very good because this is ninth house, you know. This is the house where, um, well, eighth house is spirituality, but then this is now the part where you take action. Mhm. The result of your spiritual beliefs would be in the ninth. So this is a time where you practice, you know, reading sacred scriptures, mm, reciting prayers. This is going to be an auspicious time for you to um, go back to the roots of your religion. But I mentioned already, maybe there is things that you probably don't fit into anymore because you're a changed person. This is a time where you can unlock opportunities through your prayers. I believe in that the 5-9. 5-9 is mantras and prayers. Ninth house for me also. If you practice everything in your religion or spirituality, it does open doors of opportunity. You know, it's just a matter of tapping into it. Now, how do you tap into this whole opportunity? It's by having faith, especially if you're a moon in Aquarius. I'm pretty sure you're feeling a little bit stressed, overwhelmed, anxious about changes in your life. And as a fixed sign, of course, it's something that's difficult for us because fix. You want certain things. This is how it's going to go. This is, but then you won't grow. There's a big change on your relationship if I can use it, with God here. How you connect, with your creator without offending anyone who doesn't like that. I don't know how you're gonna get offended, but always just have to be careful. Mm. You're gonna become more faithful to your faith. How about that? Mhm. That the reason why you're here in this year in 2022 is because of your faith. And without that, the challenges that you have incurred, or the challenges that that you have gone through, okay, without that you won't be here. So it's a big realization on how the creator has you know created an impact in your life. Now, for others, of course, who doesn't follow, that they believe in higher power, this is a time that you will learn that there is a higher power. You will come into the door of realization with that one, especially if you're a moon in Aquarius. I'm not trying to scare you that you're gonna realize about the creator, but there are moments. This is what we call, like experiencing dark night of the soul. This can be that moment. This is something where you're gonna be realizing how strong you are from within. That's that one. Okay. Now, as soon as you have realized your connection and your relationship with your creator, that's when life begins for you. Anywhere before the seventh house, those houses we cannot take. When I say that, um, everything after the seventh house is our path to our liberation, moksha, from all the karmas that we have. And this is a good part of your life, visiting temples, ashram, doing some pilgrimage, like traveling to sacred places, spiritual places, and even finding a spiritual what guru, or someone that inspires you, someone that brings you hope in life. You know that after you have survived, can be in the past what has happened, because Keto is a past life. um, then this is the time where you look up to someone and they give you counseling, because this is also counseling here. Okay, so expect the Aquarians to, just like all the zodiac, I would say, because all the zodiac needs to step back. This is basically in the DMV, and then we say, "Ma'am, step away from the window." Okay, so that's what an eclipse is saying. Step away. Okay, just wait it out. Mhm. It's a time for us to look into our spiritual beliefs, especially the Aquarians, and your spiritual practices. Mhm. Now, if you have any questions, this is not live, so you won't be able to ask me a question. But uh, there is, of course, a live discussion. I haven't touched Rahu for you. I'll give you a little bit. You feel this urge to break a cycle and create something new out of nothing, and you've always wanted this. You require some help with this, because your desire is just giving birth right now. It's just idea. You have this idea. You're coming into that. You're coming into terms with this idea. At some point, it will give you a lot of money. I see it. if I know we're spirituality and material world, we live in both. Okay, so you cannot choose one side. If you choose one side, you're dead. Okay, so don't choose any side. You manage both. Perfect balance. Not perfect, but balance. Okay, but this is the time you will have blessings later on. But we can discuss that again in the discussion that I will be having, and it's live. I will show you guys next to this video a short clip on how I'm doing the live class, and it's totally free for everyone. I mentioned already. Get your chart; it's gonna be down there, and I feel like that's it for the Aquarians. I wish you guys what many blessings. There's a reason why it's called the Badaka house. You will always have an obstacle because you're going to be always lucky at the end of the day. Okay? So that's a reason for you guys to smile. I'll see you. Okay, bye. I don't know what you're waiting for. Go get your chart now from today to Wednesday because the discussion that I'm going to be having for the eclipse, it is 100% free. You go, oh, where is it? There you go. So, and at the same time, I get to play with my new board. So, go get your chart. I'll see you in class. That is not a class, it's a discussion. We all learn together. Okay?